Hello friends, I am Professor Raju Thenge from Dr. Rajendra Gode College of Pharmacy, Malkapur. Now I am going to talk on another topic, that is components of transdermal drug delivery system. So the basic components of transdermal drug delivery systems are drug substances, or it is also called as a active pharmaceutical ingredients, polymer matrix or drug reservoir, permeation enhancer, pressure sensitive adhesives, backing laminates, release liners, other excipients such as plasticizers and the solvents. Here, this transdermal drug delivery system consists of a number of layers. They are arranged in a particular order. So at the top side, it is backing laminates, which can protect the drug during the storage. Below that backing laminate, it is the drug reservoir, where the drug may be contained along with the polymers. Below that drug reservoir, it is a rate controlling membrane. In case of reservoir type of system, the rate controlling membrane can control the release of the drug from the formulation. Then below this rate controlling membrane, it is a adhesive type polymer that can be helpful to stick over the surface of the skin. And finally, at the lowest side or below, it is a release liner. So release liners, it may be removed during the application of transdermal patch over the surface of the skin. So during storage, it protects the drug reservoir. So these are the various basic components of transdermal drug delivery system. Generally, transdermal drug delivery systems has of four types. One is a matrix system, reservoir system, laminate system, and drug in adhesive type of system. Here, different parts can be indicated by different color. Blue color, it is a backing laminate. Green color, it is a drug. Purple color, it is a membrane or polymer matrix. Yellow color, it is a adhesive, and orange color, it is a liner. So here in this case, it is a matrix type of drug delivery system in which the drug is dispersed into the polymeric matrix here. In the reservoir type, the drug is encapsulated with the help of a polymeric membrane. In the third type, that is a multilaminate, so drug reservoir may be present in a multiple type. See here, this is the drug present into the adhesive, again polymeric layer, and drug present into the adhesive. So drug is present into the one or more form, that is called as a multilaminate, and last one is the drug in the adhesive. Here the drug which may be present into the adhesives. So these are the different types of transdermal patches. Then second component, it is the first component, it is a drug substance, or it is a API. So drug which should be selected in the designing of transdermal drug delivery system, it should be a potent one. Potent means in a small amount of dose, it gives the better pharmacological activity. It should have a short half-life, about less than 6 hours, so that we can prolong the release of the drug from the formulation up to the 24 hours. The drug should have the low dose, that is 20 mg per day. The drug should not causes the irritation to the skin. Drug should have the solubility that is greater than 1 mg per ml. It should have low melting point up to the 200 degrees Celsius. The drug should have the molecular weight less than 1000 Dalton, so that it may get easily permeate through the skin. And a saturated aqueous solutions of the drug, it should have the pH between 5 to 9. So some examples of the drug that may be incorporated in the transdermal drug delivery systems are estrogen, nitroglycerin, nicotine, fentanyl, clonidine, testosterone, etc. Second component, it is a polymer matrix. The polymers, it play an important role in the controlling of release of the drug from the formulation, and it gives the prolonged effect. So various type of polymers are there that is used in the designing of transdermal drug delivery system. Natural polymers such as cellulose derivatives, gene, gelatin, shellac, etc. Synthetic elastomers such as polybutadiene, hydrogen rubber, polysiloxane, silicone rubber, neoprene, acrylonitrile, etc. And synthetic polymers, polyvinyl chloridone, polyvinyl alcohol, polyamide, polyurea, polyvinyl pyridone, polymethacrylate, etc. So the polymer which are used in the designing of drug delivery system, it should have certain characteristics. The polymer which are used, it should be compatible with the other ingredient. It does not interact with the drug. It should be a stable one at the particular formulation. It should be non-toxic. It should be inexpensive in the cost. The polymer and its degradation products must be a non-toxic and non-antagonistic to the host. Next ingredient, it is the penetration enhancer. So these are the compounds which promote the skin permeability by altering the skin as a barrier. So this penetration enhancer, its name, penetration enhancer means it enhances the penetrations of the drug from transdermal system into the skin. So this penetration enhancer can alter the certain conditions of the skin, and it may easily permeate the drug. So this penetration enhancer has certain characteristics. These are, it should be pharmacologically inert, it does not react to the other component, it should be a non-toxic, it should be a non-allergic, it should be a non-irritating, and should be able to act specifically, reversibly, and for the predictable duration. These penetration enhancer are colorless, odorless, also it is an economical one. It should not causes the loss of the body fluids. Some examples of penetration enhancer in the form of the solvents are methanol, glycerol, silicone fluid, ethanol, oleic acid, etc. And some surfactant may also be used as a penetration enhancer, that is sodium lauryl sulfate, dialkyl sulfosuccinate, fluoronic F125, fluoronic F68, etc. Another component is the adhesive layer, the fastening of all the transdermal device to the skin using a pressure sensitive adhesives. So adhesive means what? These are generally used to apply the on the transdermal patches, so that these transdermal patches may be easily stick over the surface of the skin. So these adhesive layers have certain characteristics, that it should be it should not causes irritation, sensitization, or imbalance in the normal skin flora. It should be biologically compatible. It should not alter the drug release from the formulation. It should adhere to the skin aggressively. There are the certain type of adhesive which are used in the transdermal drug delivery systems. These are polyisobutylene type of pressure sensitive adhesives, acrylic type pressure sensitive adhesives, silicone type pressure sensitive adhesives. So these are called as a pressure sensitive adhesive. Why? Because these adhesives may be applicable or applied over the surface of the skin when we can apply the pressure. So it may easily stick to the surface of the skin. Another component, it is a backing laminates. The primary function of the backing laminate is to provide the supports. This should be able to prevent the drug from leaving the dosage form on the top side. It is nothing but it can protect the drug reservoir. They must be impermeable to the drug and permeation enhancer. They should have a low moisture vapor transmission rate. It must have optimal elasticity, flexibility and the tensile strength. They must be chemically compatible with the drug, permeation enhancer, adhesives and the other excipients. They should be economic and must allow printing and adhesive laminates. Some examples of backing laminates are polyester, aluminized polyethylene terephthalate, siliconized polyethylene terephthalate, etc. So main function of the backing laminate is to protect the drug reservoir from the external environment during the storage conditions. Another one is the release liner. The function of the release liner is also same. It protects the drug reservoir from the lower side, and these release liners may be removed when the transdermal drug delivery systems may be applied over the surface of the skin. Here the release liner has to be removed before the application of the transdermal system. It prevents the loss of the drug that has migrated into the adhesive layer during the storage. It also helps to prevent the contaminations. It is composed of a base layer which may be non-occlusive or the occlusive in nature, release coating layer and other material include polyesters, foil, mylar and the metallized laminate. Some examples of the release liners are silicone and Teflon. Other excipients are plasticizers. So plasticizers, it generally gives the flexibility to the drug delivery system. So the film which may be formed, it is not a stiff one. It does not get easily break down. And the various examples of these plasticizers are polyethylene glycol, polypropylene glycol, glycerol, dibutyl phthalate, etc. Some other excipients are drug reservoir components and the solvents. So other components may also be used in the formulation of the drug reservoir. So it must be compatible with the drug and must allow for the drug transport at the desired rate. If an ointment is used, the drug reservoir must possess the desired viscosity attribute to the ensure reliable manufacturing process. It must possess the desired adhesive and the cohesive properties to hold the system together. Some examples are mineral oil, polyisobutylene and the colloidal silica, HPC, etc. The solvent which are used to dissolve all the ingredients and the drug and forms a solution that is used to cast the film. Some examples are ethanol, methanol, DMS, so etc. So these all the components play an important role in the designing of transdermal drug delivery system. So next one is the preparation of the transdermal patch. The transdermal patch, when we have to prepare, the drug and the other excipients may be dissolved to form a solution. The solutions are poured into the vessel that is called as a spreader, where the spreader can form a film over the flat surface. At the same time, there is a supply of heat as well as we have to maintain the particular temperature so that the solvent may be removed. After then, this film may be cut in the required size. After cutting, there is a application of the backing layer as well as the liner, and finally the film which are formed, it may be punched and packing into the container, and finally the packed film that may be checked for the quality, and thus the transdermal film may be formed by using such type of equipments. So this is all about the components of transdermal drug delivery system. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, give comment or share and like. Thank you. Thank you very much.